Hi Dr. Cox, I'm moving to the UK, so that I can be just like you, and be an acute care consultant nurse, responsible for junior doctors.
What are you talking about, Carla? You are not a doctor, so how could you supervise junior doctors? In medicine, consultants are legally responsible for the decisions their subordinates make. How could a acute care consultant nurse be required to go into a coroner's court to answer medical questions she knows nothing about?
Obviously I wouldn't be responsible for junior doctors' medical decisions. That would be their responsibility. I would be responsible for everything else.
What do you mean everything else? There is nothing else. That is all junior doctors do, treat patients.
How would I know what doctors do there? It is, after all, the UK.
Okay, I'll enlighten you. In the UK in the 1990s, a consultation came to the conclusion that a glass ceiling in salaries was leading to experienced nurses leaving direct patient care for careers in management or teaching. The perceived solution was to retain these nurses in the clinical setting by creating the post of the nurse consultant. Currently, consultant nurses are in specialized areas of the UK national health system, as originally envisaged, such as diabetes, where they claim they have made a valuable contribution. Recently there have been moves by some UK trusts to recruit consultant nurses into the acute care sector. This has proved very controversial. Nurse consultants have responsibility, without accountability, so to make junior doctors subordinate to them would be very dangerous for patients' health, also for doctors, who will always have the final legal accountability in coroners, criminal, and civil courts. Irrespective of who gives them instructions, a doctor cannot take medical direction from anyone other than his medical seniors, who in turn take on accountability for their instructions in a court of law. Any attempt to blur the chain of accountability for doctors, make it a much more dangerous environment for patients. Similar incentives in the US, with less clear-cut lines of accountability, where engineers were marginalized in Boeing Aerospace Company, by unskilled managers in the decision-making process, with too much focus being placed on costs, led to the death of hundreds of passengers. Nurse consultants were envisaged for very specialized functions. Their effectiveness in these areas still has to be evaluated, but to now put them in an acute care setting, which requires a wide spectrum of medical skills, is insane, and to even consider making junior doctors accountable to them, is criminal. Why the media have not picked up on this proposed change is also very concerning. Take my advice, give the job a miss, and if you are ever in the UK, and find yourself in a chronic care environment, talking to a consultant, clarify if they are medical or nursing, before your treatment starts.